From the heart of Philly, this is CBS News Philadelphia, recovering and reopening Northeast Philly. The progress being made in the area impacted by last week's deadly medical jet crash.
We are in your corner protecting you from scammers, where a skimming device was just discovered in our area, and what you should do now to secure your money.
And quiet outside right now, but we are tracking a messy mix of sleet, rain, and also possibly snow on the way. We're keeping you prepared for your drive home tonight and your drive in tomorrow. Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the News at 7, streaming on CBS News Philadelphia and Philly 57. I'm Janelle Burrell.
And I'm Siafalu's in for Jim Donovan. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. First, let's get the next weather forecast with meteorologist Kate Bilo in the Hyundai Next Weather Sphere.
A next weather alert will go into effect late tonight, but really it's for your Thursday morning commute. So giving you that early heads up to keep you prepared and protected. Light snow will begin late tonight, so both commutes today are fine. But overnight tonight into tomorrow morning, by the time you wake up, that snow will be transitioning to a messy mix of sleet and freezing rain, and then just plain rain. That transition will happen earliest for areas south of Philadelphia. It will happen latest, or possibly not even at all, for areas far north. It may stay sleet or ice the entire time. So roads will be icy and slushy for the morning drive. Rain will be falling heavily. School delays are likely all across the region tomorrow morning. Today is pretty quiet, but it really sets the stage. It's chilly, it's cold, temperatures only in the 30s with a lot of cloud cover. Here's the system that's headed our way. You can't really see much of it yet, but could see a few light flurries here and there early today, but it's not until later tonight that we start to see the first bands of snow move in, probably around 9 o'clock, transitioning quickly to sleet. That's the purple. Sleet, snow, and freezing rain ongoing from the city on north by 6:30 tomorrow morning, with rain to the south coming up. I'll take you through the rest of that timing, and we'll talk about another potential storm for the weekend and yet another one next week. Kim, I'll send it over to you.
Kate, thanks so much. Our first crash on the Schuylkill Expressway eastbound at Pennsauken is blocking the left lane right now. We also have a police car on the right shoulder, and drive times are just through the roof. If you're taking the Schuylkill eastbound from the Blue Route into the Vine, it'll take you 69 minutes. But if you're going the opposite direction, it'll only take you 30 minutes. And we had a second crash on the Schuylkill eastbound after 30th Street. It looks like that cleared out just seconds ago. And so drive times are 11 minutes from the Vine to Walt Whitman Bridge and 11 minutes in the opposite direction. 95 southbound, though, it is super slow right now near Cottman Avenue for those drivers who are heading down into Center City. And Cottman Avenue remains closed both north and southbound. That's because of Friday night's plane crash while the investigation and cleanup continues. That's between Route 1, the Boulevard, and Bustleton Avenue. So you have Ron Street, Ryan Avenue. You also have Tyson Avenue as alternates. We have several SEPTA bus routes and the Broad Street line northbound with operator shortages and some delays. Patco is running on time, but expect some eastbound track work at 10 this morning and 11 this evening. And New Jersey Transit Northeast Corridor has some track issues and delays of 20 minutes coming in and out of New York. Siafa?
Kim, thank you so much. Roosevelt Mall will reopen today. It has been shut down since Friday night's deadly plane crash near Roosevelt Boulevard and Cottman Avenue.
And today's reopening comes as the city is getting ready to host a town hall for people who were impacted. CBS News Philadelphia's Rosti Matei joining us live from Northeast Philly with the latest on the investigation and also the work ahead as the community is trying to recover. Ross, good morning.
Good morning, Janelle and Siafa. Yeah, behind me is the memorial that has been set up here close to the crash site by the Northeast Philadelphia community. Take a closer look. You can see there are dozens of candles, some of which are lit, some of which are not. There are multiple flags, both Mexican and American flags. We know that 6 of the 7 victims who were killed in this crash were Mexican citizens. And there are also flowers here. This will be the site of a vigil scheduled for 6 o'clock tonight to remember and honor those 7 lives lost, as well as to pray for the 24 others who were injured on the ground. And we know 2 of them remain in critical condition this morning. Roads around Cottman Avenue and Roosevelt Boulevard are still blocked off this morning following Friday's deadly medical plane crash. City leaders say that they're working around the clock to get everything back up and running as quickly as possible. The Office of Emergency Management says damage assessment teams walked every block around the crash site, and they examined more than 300 businesses and residences for evidence of damage. 4 homes we know were destroyed. 6 of them had major damage. And now a number of crews are working to clean up the streets and remove any remaining debris. Speaking yesterday, Managing Director Adam Teal says that their goal is to get everyone back into their homes and to reopen as many businesses as possible as soon as today.
We don't necessarily anticipate that with first light we'll have all the businesses open. Hopefully that will happen at some time tomorrow, although that is still going to be a very dynamic process.
5 minutes before the crash, I was right at that spot where the plane crashed, and luckily I just got back in, and yeah, I was still frightened, but I guess I'm lucky.
Not everyone was as lucky, though. We heard from a Spanish-speaking family that lost everything, and they will be staying with relatives for the time being. This man from that family described the destruction, saying, quote, "In the house, the only thing left in good condition is the television and sofa. Everything else is destroyed." That family says that they consider themselves lucky that no one was hurt, considering that they were so close to the blast. Now, back out here live, as you heard from the city's managing director, the plan is to reopen these roads and businesses in the area sometime today. You can see still at this time at 7 a.m., still closed. Roosevelt Mall, we expect, will reopen around noon today. There will also be a town hall tonight at the Solomon Sillies Cohen School to answer any lingering questions from the community and to provide additional resources. That town hall is scheduled to start at 7 o'clock. Siafa and Janelle, I'll send it back to you in the studio.
Ross, thank you very much. A school located near the crash site has launched a fundraiser to help the family of one of its students who was injured as a result of the crash. Andre Howard III is being called a hero after the 10-year-old dove to cover his sister when the plane exploded. Andre, whose nickname is Trey, was seriously injured. Trey and his siblings attend Soanes Christian Academy. They had left the facility about 20 minutes before the crash. Staff members say they were not surprised by Trey's heroic actions and shared this message for their hometown hero.
I did ask her if I could, she can put the phone next to him so I can tell him how much he means to me and how much I love him and how much we love him and how much we want him to get out of that bed and be our Andre again.
Eagles wide receiver A.J. Brown posted a message on X last night calling Trey a hero. A.J. writing, quote, "Playing for you on Sunday, my man," end quote. And he promised to go visit Trey when he gets back from the Super Bowl. We're continuing to follow the aftermath of the crash as well as the profound impact it has had on residents of Northeast Philly and beyond. You can find the latest information on our website at cbsphiladelphia.com.
If you've recently visited a Family Dollar store in South Jersey, listen up because police say they just discovered a skimming device at that store. It was found Monday inside of the Family Dollar on North 130. That's in Pennsauken. Police aren't sure how long that device was on a machine inside of the store. But if you've visited the store in the last few months, you're encouraged to call your bank or your credit card company. 2 Temple University students are suspended and 1 former student is also under investigation, all accused of impersonating ICE agents. We told you earlier this week about the incident that happened Saturday. Investigators say 2 of the men identified themselves as police and ICE agents and attempted to enter dorms. New Jersey's Governor Phil Murphy, he is coming under fire for comments he made during a recent forum. While discussing the Trump administration's approach on immigration, Murphy suggested that he and his wife offered their home to a woman who is here legally, but is concerned about the future of her status.
And we said, you know what, let's have her live at our house above our garage. And good luck to the feds coming in to try to get her.
Well, that statement has since been retracted by Governor Murphy's team. A spokesperson for the governor says that the governor and his wife did not actually extend an invitation.
We're now just 4 days and some change away from Super Bowl 59, and Eagles fans continue making their way down to the Bayou. That includes CBS Philadelphia's Marcela Baedo. She joins us right now near the Superdome. Marcela, rumor has it you were in some really good company during your flight down to New Orleans. Good morning.
Good morning to you both. Yes, we're live here in New Orleans, and we had to change up the shot, but no worries. We're here live on Poydras Street. Right behind me, you can kind of see some of the safety measures, the security measures that have been put in place around the Superdome area. But through all of that, before then, we flew in yesterday, and on our flight, we got the chance to be amongst a ton of Eagles fans. Now, a lot of them are very excited for this upcoming game, of course, Super Bowl Sunday. And now, before getting here, we did run into countless of them, and it was pretty easy to spot them since they were all decked out in their Kelly green. Of course, many of them won't be going to the actual Super Bowl, but some say they'll be heading to the Super Bowl experience, and that opens up today at 3 p.m. However, some also say they really just made the trip to be in the middle of all the action.
Everyone's together, all the camaraderie, all the excitement. Everyone's feeling the one true feeling of going to the Super Bowl, so it's awesome. It's a really great feeling.
The city is just electric right now, and there is just such a sense of joy and community here that is so special and so singular to Philly. And to get to feel a little bit of that in New Orleans and to just be part of this energy and excitement is absolutely thrilling.
Now, those were just some of the more than 100,000 people that will be coming in town for the Super Bowl, according to the Department of Homeland Security. And we're expecting to see a good portion of fans come in after the work week. So this is really just the beginning. And we caught up with one of those fans, the one and only, the Philly sports guy. I'm sure a lot of us recognize him from social media or maybe at our local home games. Well, he is now here in New Orleans. We caught up with him before he boarded his flight yesterday, and he has some sound advice for any fellow fans that are deciding to make the trek here to NOLA. So that's coming up in the next half hour or so. So stay with us. Live in New Orleans, Marcella Bayeto, CBS News, Philadelphia. Back to you guys.
Marcella, thank you so much. Eagles Nation is proving once again they are some of, if not the absolute best fans in the world. Those are my words. Ticket sales for the Super Bowl show Eagles fans are snatching up a big chunk of the available tickets. According to StubHub, people in the Keystone State make up 15% of all ticket sales. That's compared to only 7% of ticket sales sold to Missouri buyers. That's where the Chiefs are from, of course. So how much are those tickets selling for? SeatGeek had some in the nosebleed section for around $3,000. And on Ticketmaster, you can get up close to the action for just $25,000. Eagles fans are putting their team spirit on full display in other ways as well.
Yeah, and that, of course, includes wearing their absolute best Eagles game day attire. Right now, demand is soaring for one-of-a-kind designs. Look at this. So you can stand out from the crowd. Local artists, they've been working overtime to make sure fans look their best for Sunday's big game.
I'm trying to crank out as many as I can. Just doing like A.J. Brown, Saquon, Hurts. They want custom stuff.
The craze is individuality. Everybody wants to be different. Everybody wants to be seen, and they want to stand out.
Well, you'll be able to see one of Leak's Sneaks designs on the field this Sunday. Eagles cornerback Isaiah Rodgers will be wearing a pair of custom Flintstone-inspired cleats courtesy of Leak's Sneaks. How cool is that?